What are you trying to say? Welcome to today's Seidokan Saturday. Again, working on Shodan concepts. In Toma's dojo, for the Tuidi component or the self-defense component, he required usually Tuidi type techniques. And they had been taught Tuidi, and typically you guys were there, you know, Randy, you remember, and I have your videos on this, and Eric Rodriguez, and a lot of you guys, and Donnie, and you pretty much decided, hey, this is how they're going to attack, and I'm going to use this particular Tuidi technique. One of the ways that we learn our Tuidi is out of Kakie, and I've introduced this previously. So we have three basic Kakie drills. Switch sides with me because I'm going to throw, yeah, that way. Okay, good. So the first Kakie drill, we take a shikodachi, we come in wrist to wrist, and we're just practicing hooking inside, hooking outside. So this motion from Seisan, here, that motion, and hooking inside. So that's our basic, okay? The second one we do is we come out, hit, boom, and we're chopping over the top using shoulder. And if I were Tai Chi, I would use the heel lean, right, as well. But we're just doing shikodachi and shoulder turning for Kakie instead of chisao or stick hands, push hands. And then the other one we have from that same position is the forward and back shoulder rolling. And then we can add the second hand at the elbow. So those are our three main Kakie drills. You can go back, search the video for that. So now we're going to look at how we incorporate the teaching of Tuidi techniques into this. And it's all a progression. First we teach the individual technique, then we do it out of Kakie, then we put it into self-defense scenarios and on and on. Okay, so everything is a progression. If you're looking at this saying, oh, that's never going to work in real life. No, it's a drill, it's a way to practice learning hand position and balance and pressure. Okay, so we come in, we're doing the hooking. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to catch his wrist, and from here, I'm just going to press it down. Real simple. Now there are a lot of ways we can grab the wrist from here. I can also come with this hand and go into classic kotegaeshi, pressure, with depending on whether you're JiuJutsu, cross thumb guy, whatever your version is. But the idea is I can push cross hand here as well and just take it in one. Or I can roll it and come kotegaeshi. So that one comes from the inside. So we're going in, out, and once I come in, now I make my choice either to press hand, grab it, pull, or to switch and go kotegaeshi. Wrist lock bending, okay? Number one. Number two, a second one that we do here. Now we're going to go on the outside. So from here, as I come to the outside, I'm going to pull it, straightening his arm, coming into the arm bar pressure. From this position, now I'm going to transition. I'm going to take his hand, I'm going to show it under here. So this, I'm blocking you here. I'm going to press his hand, and I'm going to roll, okay? So it's this, I press the hand, and now it's this pushing with the middle of my palm on his two knuckles as I roll that around, and I have this hold. From here, we can just stop it right here, right? We have this as, forget what it's, Nikyo, I think, reverse wrist lock. So I have the reverse wrist lock pressing, but now I can bend his arm, elbow up, and push up under here. Then step turning and rotate into the throw and lock, which we did a couple of weeks ago, okay? That's a second one, which starts with the arm bar. I'll go the other side so I can show the hand. We're here. I guess we could have just switched to the left hand, but silly me. So I'm pulling, press to the elbow. Now, how we arm bar? Again, I could elbow press, I could hand press, I could forearm press. A lot of ways to do it, but the idea is the point of his elbow, 2 finger widths above that is where the Golgi tendon organ is. That's what I'm pressing, pulling the wrist. The wrist twist comes here. I'm pressing, and I come sliding up the hand, and then I rotate. Drive in and up, turn, and the throw. Okay? Third, let's go left. Whatever. All right. So third one, again, I'm going to come from the outside. I can step forward and then back also. But now instead of coming under and rotating the hand, I'm going to just bend the hand toward him. And now you know what we have. We can either just lock this here or again continue with the lock and throw. So those are, we could stop just at the arm bar, but I continue with either the wrist going outward or inward at this point to learn how to transition from one throw to the next. So 3 basic throws from Kakie. 1 on the inside, coming wrist lock or wrist turn. Single hand or wrist lock into the throw. Inside. Outside, we're coming arm bar. Again, I might just break that right now. With the wrist twist, up and in, and turn and throw. And then the third one, same thing, on the outside. I could just go right here, but I want to start for this technique again, go to the arm bar and learn to transition from the arm into the Tuidi locks and throws, okay? Those basic 3 and the beginning of learning to flow from an arm bar from the elbow to the wrist in terms of applying the Tuidi technique out of Kakie. Again, we will put that in a self-defense scenario and add on later. But at this point, learning to work with a partner and flow and relax. And then we have counters and reversals to that as well in the process, which we've looked at, I think, but we'll go back over that. That's it for tonight. Kakie, also known as a version of Chisao or push hands with the Tuidi techniques coming out of those flows. Thanks for joining. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, tell a friend, do a dance in your living room, and until next week, as always, let's keep practicing.